Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Chatty Boy Rex. I know I took 2 days off, but your boy back. I've just been working out, getting myself right. I've been going through something the last couple of days. I ain't been right. I ain't been right. My mind been fucked up, my heart hurting and shit. Shit like that. But anyway, man, we back here with another video, man. Today, finna be acting some more ghost shit. Like this Annabelle, they say this shit real. I don't know. It's a documentary, like a 9-minute documentary. We finna see what's up with this shit. We finna get to it. Make sure you sub, leave a like, tell your friends about me. Duh. Let's get to it, man. Fuck wrong with you, boy.
I'm not going to stare at it.
It's one of the most popular demonic dolls in recent horror history. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at Annabelle, the real-life curse explained.
Who are you? I ain't gonna lie, the one they just showed is probably the most scariest one I ever seen. So I hate that. What movie is that? Ain't that The Conjuring? I hate that shit.
There's a rich history of haunted or possessed dolls within the world of pop culture.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I think I could even hate you.
Formative and iconic examples of the idea date back decades, ranging from Talkie Tina in the Twilight Zone episode Living Doll to Chucky in the Child's Play franchise.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
We'll get back to talking about Tina in a little bit because we can't actually discuss Annabelle without first introducing Ed and Lorraine Warren. The couple was the real-life inspiration behind the Conjuring franchise.
Here's one of the pictures of Ed and I.
You guys were inseparable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were. We didn't do anything without one another.
They are largely synonymous with the practice of ghost hunting and paranormal investigation. The two were so dedicated to their field that they founded the New England Society for Psychic Research back in the early 50s. Although Lorraine claimed to have some level of clairvoyance, people doubted their qualifications.
This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll. I'm not gonna stare at it.
There's definitely skepticism about the Warrens and their
So you can't stare at it? What the fuck? What happens if you stare at the doll?
legacy out there in the world.
I see there's a mirror. Can you tell me about that mirror?
That's a magic mirror that a gentleman used in New Jersey to conjure up spirits.
In a 1997 piece in the Connecticut Post, the couple was described at best as tellers of meaningless ghost stories and at worst, dangerous frauds. However, interviews with the couple largely imply that both Ed and Lorraine deeply believed in the supernatural events they told stories about. But while people may have questioned their capabilities, the Warrens definitely gained popularity in their heyday.
Hi, I'm Roger.
Lorraine.
Hey, nice to meet you, Roger Ed Warren.
They might have almost been as well known as their cinematic counterparts Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga.
Who are you?
As a result of their popularity, the criticisms of their reputation haven't stuck, or at least not enough to discount their thoughts on the world of the occult and supernatural. Perhaps it's because many of us want to believe. We want to believe their well-told stories about investigating Amityville, New York, the Enfield poltergeist, and yes, Annabelle the doll.
You said she's a conduit.
That's right.
What does that mean?
A very powerful demonic has latched itself on her.
Aside from the Warrens, the real-life figure that emerged as a superstar from the Conjuring movies was Annabelle. And why wouldn't she? The doll's grotesquely exaggerated features are haunting all on their own. This actually stands in stark contrast to the appearance of the real-life Annabelle doll, which is a plain old Raggedy Ann doll. It does, however, have a dark backstory.
That has done bad harm on a lot of people.
The morbid origins behind the doll lie with its prior owners, a young nursing student and her roommate. They were supposedly gifted Annabelle in 1970 by the nurse's mother.
Oh my God, John.
That's the one, right?
Yes.
After it settled in, the doll would allegedly move to different places around the apartment on its own. Notes written on parchment paper would also appear in the apartment with pleas like, "Help me." This was despite the fact that neither roommate claimed to possess that particular kind of paper. But what really made Annabelle horrifying is how it reportedly attacked people physically. A boyfriend of the nursing student allegedly woke up with large scratches on his body from an unknown source. Could much of this evidence be considered circumstantial? Absolutely. However, that didn't stop the girls
gonna
from
watch
contacting a medium and conducting a seance. During the session, the medium claimed to have contacted the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle Higgins, who had died at the age of 7 nearby and now resided in the doll. According to the medium, the ghost wanted to be friends with the roommates.
It wants her soul.
No. Demons can't just take souls, Mia. Soul needs to be offered to the demon before it can take it.
But did Annabelle secretly have dark intentions? Was she satisfied with living within the doll and cohabitating in an apartment? Did she actually desire a human host?
What do you need?
Your soul. Well, these are some of the theories sparked by the Warrens' involvement. Allegedly, sending the bad energy around Annabelle, the two took the doll away from the apartment. Some people have claimed that the Warrens had car trouble when they drove away with the doll. Annabelle's origin story isn't the only creepy tale associated with the doll.
Don't ever touch anything. And if you do, let me know.
Our favorite supernatural couple put her in a display case in the Warrens Occult Museum with a sign that reads, "Warning, positively do not open." Nonetheless, a visitor to the museum allegedly ignored the warnings and got too close to the doll. Shortly after, the person lost their life in a motorcycle accident. Or so the story goes.
3 hours later, that young man that came on a motorcycle was dead.
Although it's hard to find any actual details about this incident, the Warrens seem to believe the Annabelle doll was to blame. Their conviction can definitely fuel fires of those who believe in the supernatural. Lorraine and Ed's daughter, Judy, also backs up Annabelle's reputation. In an interview conducted for The Conjuring, Judy said she still avoids returning the doll's gaze.
My parents always told me, don't give it recognition, don't look it in the eyes. And to this day, I will not look it in the eyes.
As we stated earlier, Annabelle isn't the first haunted doll. She isn't even the first haunted doll to be associated with that name.
Wait a minute, Christy. What have you got there?
It's just a doll, Eric.
The aforementioned Twilight Zone episode Living Doll had a character named Annabelle who purchased the doll for her daughter.
For heaven's sakes, Annabelle, a doll like that would cost...
I put it on the account.
There's also Robert the Doll, a similarly creepy-looking toy with a sinister history of menace that dates back to the early 1900s. Robert the Doll also has a film franchise to his name, although they're significantly less popular than the Conjuring movies. Of course, the Annabelle film franchise itself is known for taking significant liberties from the source material that goes much deeper than the doll's altered appearance.
I want to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Higgins.
And you must be...
Annabelle.
The film also takes the Annabelle Higgins character and turns her into a woman who joins a satanic cult.
Annabelle!
Hi,
At one point in her life, she attempts to take the lives of a couple, one of whom is pregnant.
I like your dolls.
When officers arrive, she takes her own life. Annabelle's soul is then transferred into the body of the doll.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone,
Annabelle a real threat or a figment of pop culture imagination? Well, it all depends on how much you want to believe and what you're willing to ignore. A lot of us simply love a good ghost story and don't really care about the small or contradictory details. There were even rumors in 2020 that the real-life Annabelle doll reportedly escaped from her box. Fortunately, this escape story was later debunked by the Warrens' son-in-law, Tony Spera.
She never left the museum. Remember, I have high-tech security here. If she had left the museum, I'd instantly know.
The fact that the story was trending in a crazy year like 2020 highlights how fascinated we are with the origins of evil and the real-life potential for the fantastic.
do you agree with our picks? Check out.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit like that is crazy, son. I wonder if that shit really real, though. I mean, I just watched a video of them basically saying it, but I wonder if it's, like, real, like, you know what I mean, bro. Come on, dog. That's crazy, son.